Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Javier Clark. With me today, we have our team members Andrea, Bavinka, and Harinder. Today, we'll explain to you our plans for the grand opening of a superstore. Now, you all already have candies as well, with a coupon code on it, so you may have your candies now. Now, we are extremely excited to bring to you today our plans for the grand opening. Today, we'll explore the background of our team, why we do what we do. We'll also review our stakeholders, the scope of our project, as well as the WBS, the decomposition of our project. We'll follow that up with the schedule, our resources, and our budget. And we'll also have our constraints, assumptions, and risks. And in the end, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So firstly, we're going to jump right into our presentation. And Andrea is going to tell you why we do what we do and who we are. Andrea?
Thanks, Robert. Good morning. Well, for our project, we have 4 areas to talk about related to the background information. First of all, it's important to know something about us as a company. Then, it's necessary to introduce the project we are working on, the Superstore, the grand opening of a Superstore. After that, in order to clearly understand following information related to scope, stakeholders, resources, schedule, and budget, it's good to share and keep in mind some objectives for this project and, of course, critical success factors. So let's start about us. We are an event planner company specialized in business events. We offer a variety of service, we can say a complete package, depending on the client needs. Our service involves planning, entertainment, catering, data gathering, security, administration, among other things. To provide this service, we have our own staff, and we also have many partnerships, contractors, and vendors who participate in the event according to the event requirements. About the project. This is a very exciting project. A Superstore hired us to carry out the grand opening of a new branch. This is a social event intended to connect the community to the store through the event we are preparing. This event will take place on February 1st, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., of course, at the new branch location. Objectives. We really need to care about the objectives because these are the reason why our event exists. In a general opening, in an event like this, we care about some information. You want people to know who you are, where you are located, and what you offer. In other words, you want people to talk about you, to talk about your service, to talk about your business. This particular grand opening is intended to promote the store among the community, throughout the community. We want to build brand awareness, we want to exhibit a variety of products, and we want to encourage people to go to the store, to walk through, and buy something. So, being specific. For this project, according to our experience as a company, and according to our client expectations, we want to have 1,000 attendees. 80% of them pre-qualified as potential customers. We want to collect data of 60% of the attendees with marketing purposes, and we want to engage as customers 40% of these people. That means 400 people who actually buy something this day at the store. The store expects to have 14,000 as a result of sales the event day. Well, how can we contribute to achieve these objectives? Through the critical success factors. The critical success factors are elements or variables that we need to consider just to look at the event as a success, just to look at the event with a positive outcome. We have 3 important critical success factors for this project. First of all, attendees. We are expecting 1,000 people who attend the event. Then, sales the event day, because that means that the event was effective, that people really get engaged with the event. And sales the days after the event. Why is it important? Because that means we have a correct and an applicable strategy follow-up plan, and the promotional codes, the coupons that were given the event day really work. So by tracking this information, we can really decide whether or not our event succeeds. With this information clear, let's talk about the stakeholders. Babika.
Hi guys, these are the stakeholders, the superstore and investors of a new branch of the store. As you know, we have a store and the new branch has been opened. So the employees of the new branch and the store located near the new branch. Customers of the superstore, other superstores in the cities, event company that organize all the arrangements, and the project manager, staff members who are responsible for all the arrangements, photographers for the event day, and the designers for the decoration theme, and hosts and speakers for the event day, catering companies, security, decoration stores, advertising companies. As we know, we want promotions for the opening store, so we had advertising companies and the courier companies and the bands for the entertainment of the event and attendees. Thank you. And the scope of the project will be discussed by Jared.
Thank you, Bibinka. Perfect. So what we're going to look at now is the scope that was provided by our sponsor. So what would they want? They want this project to be completed by February 10th, 2019, and we delivered. They also want the venue to be able to accommodate for 1,000 guests, and of course, we delivered again. They also want this project to be completed at a maximum of $20,000, and of course, thirdly, we delivered. Now, of course, this is a grand opening ceremony, so the momentous ribbon cutting is very important, and we'll definitely have that as well. We'll have guided tours of the Superstore, showing them the different areas, the different sections, different aisles of the Superstore. And we'll follow that up with catered refreshments. This will be in the terms of beverage and food, which we will outsource. Following that, we'll have our promotions, which will be promoted across 4 types of media. It will be paper media, radio, television, and social media. We'll follow it up with entertainment in the form of live music, live bands, and game and contests. Now you all have coupons. Those are the coupon codes that will apply on the day. We'll also be giving candies as samples and other samples to the participants. And we also need to have a beautifully decorated venue modeled around a contemporary theme. Next, we will look at the decomposition of our project into the WBS, and Harinda will tell us more.
Thank you, Javier, for this opportunity. Good morning, guys. So
Good morning.
I hope you are having a good day, and we thank you for giving us your precious time. So, what is WBS? So I will start with a very basic definition. So what is the WBS? It's a key deliverable so that the project work can be decomposed into smaller steps. So we have in the first level we have 3 phases. The first one is preparation, event day, and the follow-up. And in the first phase, like preparation, we have 7 phases. The invitation is the first phase. Like, as you all know, we are doing a ceremony sort of event. So it's very important to invite some of the VIPs, some attendees, or some other source of local people. So for that, we have an invitation. And the second, we have a promotion section. So in the promotions, what we do, we have used social media like Facebook, Twitter, etc. And we have also used the printed media, like we have printed the templates and we have posted them on the major intersections. And we have also used television and radio broadcasting for the promotions. And the next, we also have entertainment, like what we will have in the ceremony day. So what source of entertainment we have? In the beginning, we will be having a host who will be giving a welcoming speech to appreciate all the attendees and the VIPs. And the next, we will be having some games and contests. Games will be like musical chair games will be there, or other sorts of games. And we also have a band section where the attendees, they will be entertained through the music. If you are a music lover, it will be a great opportunity for you to attend our ceremony. And the next, we also have the part for refreshments, because everyone likes refreshment. So anyone who is attending our event will be able to access these refreshments and drinks, and it's free of cost. And the next we have a security, because without security it's very difficult to handle the situation. So we will be having our security specialist in the hall, and we also have the video surveillance in the hall. And the last phase is administrative. In the administrative phase, we will be doing the printing section sort of thing, like we will be printing some sort of feedback forms. And in the next phase, the next is event day. So what are the things we are going to do on the event day? So there are 3 phases, as you can see. One is venue preparation, welcome, and walkthrough. So what is a venue preparation? In the venue preparation, we will be doing some sort of like decoration sort of thing. We will hire a designer who will decorate the entire hall and all the necessary preparation. In the welcome section, we will be greeting our VIPs, attendees, and anyone who is interested in attending the ceremony. In the third phase is the walkthrough. So it is also decomposed into 3 phases: the game activities, giveaways, and data gathering. Similar in the game activities, we will be having some sort of small games, entertaining games. In giveaways, we will be giving some sort of free products, as you might have seen in sort of YouTube videos, like the promoter always say like watch till end, so that you can answer a few questions and you will get some free of course giveaways. And in the last we have a follow-up. So in the follow-up we have 4 phases: closure, databases, feedback, and follow-up meeting. In the close, we will be doing the closing the event. We will be like cleaning the hall and sort of thing. And in the databases, we will put all the information about the observations and all the information which is collected from the attendees. In the feedback, we will be getting the feedback from the attendees. And in the follow-up meeting, we will be having a meeting with our staff members to greet them for their work, to reward them for their special this day. And the next one is schedule. It will be explained to you by the Andrea.
Thank you, Harinder. Okay, as you already know, our project has 3 main phases: preparation, event day, and follow-up. We can see in the graph the proportion of each phase in terms of schedule. Preparation phase consumes 85% of the project. That means 17 days of 20 days. Our project lasts 28 calendar days, but only 20 business days. It goes from January 8th to February 4th. The event was carefully organized to take place on February 1st, which is Friday. In the preparation phase, we have 13 milestones: attendance confirmed, social media ad posted, printed media deployed, television commercial aired, broadcasting aired, catering contracted, decoration prepared, host confirmed, games and contests prepared, prizes prepared, entertainment organized, security company contracted, and finally preparation done. None of these activities has mandatory dependency. That means that we can perform the activities in parallel, or we can organize according to our own convenience. A couple of things to keep in mind about the scheduling the preparation phase are: first of all, the promotion activities, commercial, printed media, social media, should be done before January 18, because this is enough time to people to know about the event and they have the possibility to attend. And the second important thing is not a constraint, but as a best practice, you should have the decoration and the catering companies contracted in a priority way. That means it's important, and we can suggest that as a company according to our experience. Let's move to event day. Throughout the event day, we have 6 milestones: venue preparation completed, welcome completed, games completed, giveaways issued, data gathering completed, and event finalized. In the event day, we do have hard logic. That means that we need to be very careful when managing the time the event day. Throughout the project, our team works every day 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we have 1 hour for lunch, 12 to 1. However, the event day, we have authorized overtime until 9 p.m. Why? Because even though the event finishes at 5 p.m., we have some post-event activities like cleaning or post-decoration activities that we have to perform the event day. Finally, the follow-up phase only have one milestone, information process, and this is about feedback, tabulating information, and sharing information about the event. Okay, with the schedule clear, we can start talking about resources. Javier?
Thank you, Andrea. So, as we know, there are three types of resources. There is your work resources, which can be broken down into personnel and physical equipment, rentals, and so forth. And there is your consumable resources, which are your material resources. And there's two types of that as well. There is fixed consumption rate and variable consumption rate. We're then going to look at our cost resource, which is our financial cost. So let's have a look at the breakdown. So as we can see here, we have 10 work resources in the form of personnel, people. These includes our project manager, or designer, or disc jockey, our event host, keynote speaker, of course, and the host. We'll also have our photographer and our music band. These are all contractors. Now, if we look here, we also see three additional. These are our in-house team members, and these will be your cleaners, team member 1 and team member 2. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is this one highlighted in yellow? And it's a vendor. That's our equipment. So that's where it gets fun. These are all the basic that we're used to, but it gets fun here when we have an equipment being a work resource. Nice. So let's have a look at our material resource. For the most part, we use our decorations as our material resource. Of course, we have two types. We have our fixed consumption rate, which we can see here in the balloons. We will be using 4 dozens. Our playing cards will be using 5 packs. And our bingo and dart game will be using 3 sets of each. Now we can also see that we'll be using 8 assortments of flowers. Now it gets more interesting where we have yellow, and that's our variable consumption rate. Notice the slash and per hour. This could be per day or whatever you like. So this is telling us that for every hour, we will be using 100 units of the constant. It will be the same thing for our instant photo. So our photographers will be taking photos on site and he will issue them out to the participants. He will be using 30 sheets of paper per hour. We'll then go closely over to our costs, which are our financial costs. We'll have our caterer, which will be giving $500. We'll have our food caterer, which will cost us $1,000. And our print media company, they will take $800 out of our budget. Our radio broadcasting company will come in at $900. Our security company will come in at $300. For television broadcasting, we'll give them $1,000. And of course, we need prizes and awards. That will cost us $300. And the most important part, the ribbon, is the cheapest one. It will cost us $30. Now, we'll also have tokens of appreciation that we'll be giving to our host and keynote speaker. That will cost us $300 in total. And our delivery company to issue our invitations, that will cost us $200. And that concludes our resources. We'll now hand over to Bhavika, who will tell you all about our budget. Thank you.
Everyone. Now, this is our budget. Our total budget is $18,305.50, and we have divided our budget in 3 phases. Firstly, the preparation phase. That is that costs a lot. That is $13,664.50. It includes the invitation that costs $1,296, and for the promotion, we want to promote our store, so we have to print the flyers and announcements. So for the promotions, it costs $4,600, and for the decoration, it's for $1,218. And for the entertainment, because we have the activity on the event day for the music band and the other music equipment, so it costs $2,388. For the catering services on the event day, we outsource our catering services. That costs $3,544. For the security purpose, it costs $435, and for the administration, it has $172. Now the next phase is the event day. That costs total $2,147. For the venue preparation on that event day, that costs $212. For the welcoming the guests, it costs $112. And for the walkthrough activities we have done on the event day, that costs $1,642. for the closure, it cost $181, and the last phase, the follow-up phase, that cost $493, which will be categorized in three phases. The database, that is the $61, and the feedback. We want the feedback from our attendees, so we have the feedback forms for that. It costs $296, and for the meetings $135. Also, we have the contingency reserves for risks resources. So it has $2,000. Thank you, and the project constraints will be discussed by Harinder.
So, hi guys, once again. So these are the project constraints. So it's a very common term in the project management. So what is a constraint? So it's a limitation which is imposed on the project, and we have to work under the boundaries which are imposed by these constraints. So our first constraint is like the project has to be completed before the 10th of February, and as per the sponsor has given us instructions, we have to do this opening on the Friday, and all the advertisements and promotions which we are using for our ceremony, they should be deployed before 18th of Jan, and it must be completed within the approved budget, which is $20,000. So now these are the assumptions. So again, it's a very common term. Assumption means something which we think are expected to happen. So these are our assumptions. So the special guest will attend the event, and there will be at least 1,000 attendees will also be there, and we are also assuming that the superstore has enough staff to serve all the customers, and we also have some special deals like discounts on the special day so that customers they can engage themselves in the deals. And we are also assuming that all the vendors and contractors with which we are dealing, they are reliable. We can rely on the quality of products which they are giving us. And the last assumption is the event will not cost us less than 20,000, and the superstore will sell $14 on the event day. So now the next is the project risk. So as you all know, the risks are something which are, they may happen, they may not happen, but still we have to take care of them. And so these are some of the risks. Now the first one is attendees. So like the hall is having the limit of about 1,000 attendees. So what if the very less number of people attend, or if the number of people exceed? So we have to like take care of that thing. And the second is incident. Like it is very common when you have lots of people in a hall. So then it's very common like some accidents can happen. So we have to take care of all the incidents. Like we should have a first aid. We should also have the facility of all the doctors. And the third is traffic control and parking, because lots of people are coming. So we should be having a separate parking for the like VIPs and separate parking for the attendees and for the staff members, so that there is nothing sort of mixture or ambiguity between the people. And the facilities, as you know, in any store, if there is some clothing sort of that department, so if you don't have that sort of enough trial rooms or enough washrooms, then that is also a very difficult thing. And the weather conditions, what happens if on the day of event some rainfall occurs? So we also have a plan for that the event can be taken indoor. And the last one is outsourced activities, like all the vendors, contractors which we are dealing, we can rely on the quality on the product which they are providing us. So now the questions and answers will be discussed by Joel.
Thank you, Harinder. Thank you everyone for being such an attentive audience and for allowing us to present to you today. We truly appreciated your company. I hope you also enjoyed your candies. Now, awesome. Now at this time, we'll go ahead and take the questions from the floor. Hi, Raj.
Okay, why critical success factors are important for the project?
Okay, thank you for your question. Okay, from what I understand, you're asking why critical success factors are important for the project. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your question. Critical success factors are really important for the project because we need to align the activities of the project to the objectives. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm part of the team, I'm a staff member. And I consider decoration as a very important thing because it's part of my personality. So we can have a very beautiful venue, fully decorated, but no attendance. Is that a successful event? It's not, right? So the correct thing that we have to do is focus on the critical success factors, the things that really matter in order to look at the event as a success.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, John.
You said that the material resources, variable material resources, so there is the time is changing about the resources, I understood. So if the time takes the more and much less time, so what will be the impact on a project, you know?
I see. Thank you so much for your question, John. So to make sure I'm understanding you clearly, you'd like to know the impact of the variable consumption rate on our project,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Thank you. So you are in fact correct. So because it's a variable consumption rate, let's say, for example, we take 2 hours to issue our samples to the audience.
Yes.
Now for every 1 hour, it will be 100 units of samples. So if we take 2 hours, for example, it would cost us 200 units. And it's the same thing for the photo paper, for the printing. It's 30 units per hour, but if we take, let's say, 2 hours or 3 hours, we'll have to multiply that per the amount of time we take. John, did that answer your question?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.